Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this.
Yeah.
It's Taryn, one of your PQ coaches.
And Cynthia, we got some new good news for you. Some fun stuff.
Lots of fun stuff. We're really excited to be sharing this video with you right now. You've been on a journey and we are celebrating with you. And we thought it would be really important to just share with you just a bit about well, what is this next phase of my PQ journey? What does it want to be? And so we're going to give you a little tour of the PQ app today and kind of give you a heads up of what to expect. So Cynthia, should we get started? I'm going to share my screen here.
You betcha.
Okay, let's do this.
And some of you may already know a lot of this stuff. Some of you may not, but we're just going to pretend you know nothing and tell you what is available to you. We're going to start with the profile segment. So we didn't really cover this a whole lot earlier, and there's some special things that are available for people who continue on their PQ journey. So once you click on the profile tab, you will see probably something that you've seen before, this element of how it is that you've done on your PQ journey. And that's where the tab says PQ. Next up, when you click on saboteurs, this is where you can adjust things according to which saboteurs you want to focus on for your focus of the day. And we took you on a tutorial probably early on in the program. And if you scroll down a bit to my top accomplished saboteurs, that's where you can adjust that and look at your saboteur assessment results. So this is where you can move things around. You can put different things up at the top, and it will adjust things accordingly in your app.
You also can learn things about your saboteurs.
Yes. I love refreshing my memory about either some saboteurs that I am challenged with, or maybe someone that I care about is challenged with.
Mm-hmm.
And then likewise, there's a whole section about the sage. When you go here, this is where you really get a good snapshot of various different superpowers that continue to grow with your PQ practice. So over time, you can adjust the app according to which level or which superpower it is that you're wanting to engage with more. And then as you can see with Taryn's app here, it says level 4, level 5. So there's different levels of each of the superpowers that you get to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to click up on the hamburger in the upper right-hand corner and go a little bit more into the profile. This is a beautiful space. We'll start with daily journal. So if you've been using the daily journal in the app, you can go back and see what it is that you input throughout your PQ journey on various different days. So I love going back here periodically and just reviewing where it is that I started, the thoughts that I was having, the things that I was challenged with, and recognize my growth. So this is a beautiful space. It's also really encouraging to look at that and continue my journaling practice at the end of every day after my focus of the day. Okay, let's go back there and click on the hamburger again and select goals. So if you filled out this area, this goals and reflections, you can look at that and review it. You can also edit it and update it. And I love this area because I get to really get clear with myself on what it is that I want out of my PQ practice and how it is that I want to grow. There's another wonderful segment down below, these questions that you may or may not have answered yet, but you can answer them by clicking on each one and just putting in whatever it is that you want there. So this is just a beautiful space, just like any journaling practice, that you can look back and reflect, recognize your growth, and also maybe be inspired on how you want to continue to grow as well. All right, and I think there's one more segment of the profile section called support. If you have any questions about any particular topic, there's a whole database of articles that are accessible to you. And you can just put in whatever it is that you want, or you can just browse through them all and do a deep dive on everything that's available there for you.
And it looks like some of these won't be available to you if you're not continuing with the PQ Coach program. So some you may not have an exact replica of what we have here.
Yes, this section, the support section, is relevant to whatever journey it is that you signed up for with PQ corporate itself.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Is there anything else that I missed on the profile tab? It's kind of a big deal. Like there's a lot of wonderful elements to even just this segment of the tab.
Yep. And they keep enhancing and adding new things. So we tend to learn something new every time we are looking in here ourselves. So yeah, I think that covers most of it on the profile. So really, let's go move into modules. So the 4 squares here at the bottom. What you've been used to seeing is a lot of things in your core. And so you had your welcome videos, you had the videos you watched as through the PQ grant program. And if you're running your own pods, you would have those. So these are all still available to you, and you'll have this for up to a year since you started the program back in January. So you'll have this until about January 2024. And to be honest, I don't think anybody's really managing your licensing. So you may even have it longer. I haven't heard of anybody being completely taken out of the system after 1 year, but maybe they've grown up a little bit. What we're really excited about sharing with you is this new tab called Grow. And this is where the basis of a lot of our calls will be that we are going to be hosting for you if you choose to continue with us in a PQ expansion journey. And we'll be diving deep into, gosh, there's like 18 modules here in the Grow. And we'll be double clicking on many of these. So in our next call, we're going to be talking about relationships. And maybe we're going to be picking stress management the month after that. And then it could be conflict management. So we really kind of will sense like, where is the group at? What is wanted most? And we'll pick a module to go deeper on. So we're really excited to co-create for what the group will need and meet you where you're at. So when we'll give you a heads up, like, hey, we're going to take a look at this particular module, and we'll point you to which one to watch, and then you'll watch it, and then we'll have a deep dive community call on that at least once a month for one of these grow topics, and then we'll do a Sage Power Hour on another call. So you'll get 2 calls a month to be in community around your PQ practice. Anything else you want to add, Cynthia, on this one?
Yes, I want to double click on the Sage Power Hour. So can you go back to profile?
Yeah.
I want to tell you a little bit more about what we envision is going to be happening there. So you see the 5 powers, the Sage powers. And yeah, go ahead and click on one. So every month we'll have a call on a specific Sage power, and we'll be doing exercises to just reground and refresh our memory and refocus on what it is to actually do the power game. So in our connection calls every month around the Sage powers, we'll really do deep diving, exploring, expanding, and regrounding. Doesn't that sound great? I'm always really excited about focusing on Sage powers.
Yeah, it'll be some great reminders. And as you practice it, you're like, oh yeah, you'll be able to celebrate how it's improving over time.
Yeah, and you'll get to watch it grow. Various different levels here in the app.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm so glad you brought that up, Cynthia. What else here? We have a community tab. Want to share anything about this one with our folks?
Yes. So depending on which elements that you have subscribed to within the PQ corporate framework, you'll have various different community options in the form of tabs up at the top. So there's lots of different feeds. So think of it kind of like having different WhatsApp channels. So you go directly to the PQ app, and then depending on the communities that you are engaged in, there's different feeds. So you can make sure that you are subscribed to each one, and then also set your settings so you're getting notifications on those. It's a great place to engage in a global community for various different topics. Oh, yes, the PQ announcements. That's a good spot here. So this is where you'll see things from Shirzad or Bill or any of the admins that are sending out information to the global community directly from corporate. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it there.
Yeah. And I think next we're going to just do a brief review of the gym. More of the gym opportunities will become available to you in while you're in Grow, but this is pretty constant, so we shouldn't see too much changes in that. You can do a tactile gym exercise that's 2 minutes long, 5 minutes long, 12 minutes long, and picking those. So if you ever want to do an extra long one in the morning, or you're feeling like you need to strengthen your mental capacity before going into a challenging situation, go to the gym, pick your workout. And last, but of course, but not least, is that daily focus. So what you're going to notice is that you're going to have things that are more curated to what you picked in your profile. So if you want to focus on focusing on a different theme, you'll want to click this button, and you can pick topics, or you can pick saboteurs, or you can pick sage powers. So let's say I wanted to work on activate. I'm going to save that. And now my theme is going to change and reset for me. And so I'm going to spend a week working on activate. So you can really hone in on your muscles. Like if you're like, oh, I really want stronger back muscles or biceps, you can be specific on where you want to go. You can also adjust if you want more content to come out on weekends or the time of day when you want to be reminded. These are all available for you to customize. You can go back in time as well and pick older topics. If there's something you're like, oh, there's something last week I want to go back to, you can go and pick which one that might be and replay it. So those are some tips and tricks on your daily focus and what might be new now that you might not have had before. Anything else that I haven't shared, Cynthia?
I don't think so. I think that kind of wraps up the tour of the PQ app and what's available to you going forward. And this is essentially, in a nutshell, what's available to anyone that wants to continue expanding their PQ practice and continue growing their muscles. You just went through an incredible experience, about 3 months of really focusing on what positive intelligence is and how it is that it impacted you in your life. Just think back what it was like 3 months ago before you knew what PQ was, and also reflect now. What does that look like? What does it mean to you? How has it changed you? How have your muscles grown? Have you new neural pathways? How are they showing up with you in your relationships, and how it is that you're showing up day to day? And I'm guessing is pretty impactful.
It's impactful, and I want to offer in this word like inspiring. Like I am inspired by the journey you've been going on, and I want to continue to nurture that, continue to nurture your growth, your expansion, and that's why we've called what we're going to be offering a PQ expansion community, really going deeper and like how strong can we build our neural pathways when we are being faced with these challenges. And so it's our highest hope, our vision, that we have a strong community that continues to grow as we bring a group through the core program, inviting them into this community. And you get to be kind of that first inaugural batch of our graduates that get to experience this. So you're going to be kind of our co-creators as well for this experience that we want more people to step into. So it's an invitation to be our co-creators, our co-guides, and becoming the more sage guides by the side with the sage content along with us. So we're excited to be in this space with you and invite you in.
Absolutely. It has been an honor and a gift to be your guide. I'm so grateful for those last 3 months together. And I look forward to seeing how PQ and you continue to engage and mesh and move forward.
And it's such an honor. So thank you for letting us be here in this space with you.
See you soon.